And we're going to get started. So, first and foremost, welcome to the call. And as I always like to do, is I always like to start with some testimonials of people who have been winning in the community. This week has been, an incredible week, a record-breaking week. I hope all of you are on the Synergy call, where he was talking about, how incredible the week was, and you saw the results in the chat. We had a phenomenal week. Um, Synergy's results was 96%, which is which is amazing when you think about uh, that is. I looked at it and I was like, I know how good he is because I've spoken to him and I know his track record and a decade in this industry. You kind of know who is doing the thing and who's just talking about it, and he is actually doing a phenomenal job. 96% win rate, 88 wins and 4 losses. That is insane. So we have had an incredible week. I'm gonna go ahead and share a testimony of one of our beloved members who's been with us. I mean, he's a very he's no stranger to the Wealth Makers family, and I'm gonna share his video. His name is Ian. He couldn't be here physically, but he did record a video, so I'm gonna play his video, and you're gonna hear his testimony about the results he's had, since he's joined the community again, and it's been an incredible run for him. And I want you guys to hear from someone who has, he's tried this thing out in various different ways, and he's seeing phenomenal results. And I want to share this video, and then we're gonna go over to our next testimony.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ian. I know Derek and Katrina for, I've known them for the last 10 years plus. We have been in so many different trading opportunities and businesses, network businesses, all, since then. And, I saw I've been watching, paying attention to the status postings over the last 6 months or so. While I was in hospital, I just recovered from two liver transplants. So I during that time, things I used to do can't do anymore. So I was just thinking, okay, what could be my side hustle? And then, I just prayed to God to show me something, what I could do. And then this came up. I just started to notice. I would say that's the right word. Notice Katrina and Derek's postings on status. I was going, oh yeah, we used to trade a while back. Let me give this another shot. But I was still in hospital at the time, recovering, and all that. And then when I got back home, I then at least the day I decided I was going to do it was when Katrina called, and this is no joke. Katrina has always done that even with other businesses. She just would call me out of the blue and we'll link up, and then it'd be like, boom, we're done, we're in it, we're making it happen. This venture has been amazing. I mean, some of you have saw my postings of what I made. I've made. The last week I didn't trade at all because, I was doing a lot of traveling to appointments and stuff just to check myself out. So I just decided to, rest. I'm returning back this week, but yeah, since I started, which was not long ago, I've made over $4,000. And what I'll say to people is that follow the trades. Most of the time when Synergy posts the trades, the TP1 normally goes before we even say we haven't even log into our MT5s or go into MT5. So, but just monitor the trades, see the flow of the behavior of the markets in the day, listen to the news on Forex factory, news that are going to come that might make a change to gold. Obviously, we all know how volatile it is, but there's money to be made, and there's still a lot more money to be made. This is $1 trillion company, venture. That's what the stock market is all about. The trading market is all about. So $1 trillion every single day, 6 trillion. So just know that you have an opportunity to make a little. If you make just a wee bit of that 6 trillion, you're making good money. Actually, massive money. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go.
Well, congratulations to Ian. Put some semmers in the chat for him. You will definitely see him on our next calls moving forward. This gentleman is very special to me and my wife. He's been a pillar of our community, and he's always been someone that's always supported us, and obviously we've supported him. And just to see what he's been able to do, $4,000 he's earned in only a few weeks, and that's $4,000 cash. What I like to say, cold hard cash. In the markets, for utilizing our signals, utilizing the platform. It's wonderful to see it. It really is a privilege to see people win, and that's what keeps us, every morning waking up in the morning wanting to see people win. It's for stories like this. Okay, so congrats to you, Ian. Very, very proud of you, and we look forward to many more 4, 5, 6, 10, 20,000 months. Let's go. Next up, we have my sister Araba from Ghana. Are you on the call, sis? Because I think I saw her name before. If not, we'll just move forward and we'll continue. But Araba has actually had some incredible results. I'm actually going to go ahead and share her results on this Zoom. I've actually got it on a little presentation to share with you her story. Now, some of you might have heard her testimony last week. She's from Ghana, a phenomenal young lady. Again, someone that me and my wife have known for a couple of years now. And she has mastered the skill set, utilizing the signals, taking and layering her trades. I know you guys were on the Synergy call recently, an hour or 2 hours ago, and he was talking, and he was even getting a little bit frustrated because people were asking him questions that it's very simple to understand. Like, there's a system to layering. In a lot of communities that are out there, they just give you signals. They tell you to buy, they tell you to sell. But that's not really going to get you long-term wealth in trading, because there's a difference between taking signals and being a signal taker. I'll say that one more time. There's a difference between taking signals and being a signal taker. Being a signal taker means you have become someone that understands how the market moves, and you will get to the point where you can even enter your own trades, but you're utilizing someone like Synergy, who has decades of experience, who grew an account from 5 figures to 3.5 million, right? Someone that lives in a very exclusive neighborhood, drives a supercar. He has the results. So if he gives you a system to follow the system, right? So being a signal taker, understanding the system rather than just taking a signal and just buying and selling randomly when you feel like gold's gonna go up now. Gold, that's not how it works. Gold is not a set it and forget it model anymore. It used to be where you could hold a place to buy at a certain zone and it rides all the way up and you have a nice merry time. This is different. This now requires a little bit more patience. It requires a little bit more tact. It requires a little bit more skill to not just take a signal, but to manage your order. Because some people think, taking a signal is enough. No, it's actually now we have to manage that order, right? So I'm going to go ahead and share. Okay, she's on. Okay, perfect. Yes, sis. Can you hear us? There she is. Miss Ara, how are you? Can you hear us?
Hi, I can hear you, bro.
Amazing, amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and share. I want you to just talk about your testimony. I'm gonna go ahead and share the presentation and show them. I've got the your results highlighted on a PowerPoint because I want people to really see the power of what you've been able to accomplish, and you can then share with the people really how you've been able to be so consistent and have. I believe right now you're having minimum $1,000 days. So please go ahead and here are some of the results. Sis, you can go ahead and start sharing some of your story and then put yourself on camera, and then I'll spotlight you in a moment. So sis, over to you. So guys, look at this. These are the results she's been able to get. This is all in a day, daily trades, right? This is recently as well. Okay, so sis, over to you. Please share some
Hi.
words for us.
Hi guys. Good evening, everybody. Please can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you see me?
No, are you on camera? Oh, there you are. There you are. There you are. Whoa, there you
Okay.
are, sis. Let's go.
Okay. Hi everyone. Good
Here is a
evening.
superstar. Yes,
I'm
superstar.
shy.
You're not shy. When you're making the kind of money you're making, you're not shy. You're definitely not shy.
Well, I'm humbled.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I'd like to say hello to everyone once again. My name is Araba Innocent. I'm currently based in Ghana, and at the moment, I'm a full-time gold trader. I started just like everyone on this call. I was a complete novice. I had no idea what the forex market was all about. But then, when you're in the midst of the likes of Derek and his wife, you have no choice than to plug in and learn. And so, their their stuff they put together. I'm talking of wealth makers and their resources and all of that. I started learning along the way. I created my own strategy because once you are in the market and you're trading daily, it gets to a point you see how the market moves. Every big trader you see out there started as a beginner. Along the way, they created something that fits their personality, and that is what I came to notice. So I was able to come up with a strategy that fits my personality, and ever since then, it's been wins upon wins, success upon success. And it was not easy, don't get me wrong, but once you commit yourself to learning, that's it. So I just want to share this testimony that I never for once believed that I'll be here. Like $1,000 days, hell no. I was making a maximum of $100 a month. I'm a 9 to 5. And so I decided to quit my 9 to 5 and go full time trading. And I make $1,000 days, not months, days. So you can imagine going from $100 a month to $1,000 in a day. That's crazy, you know? And sometimes I wake up, I'm in bed literally. So I was posting on the page this past week. I'm in bed. I've been in bed the whole week and I've been making money back to back to back. Sometimes I wake up, I make those monies in minutes and I'm in awe. Like I'm in shock that this thing actually works. All it takes is plug in, commit yourself to the learning process. And that is all. That is basically all. All these numbers you are seeing are not far from you. You can literally achieve it. So far as you dedicate yourself, because we all know what we want. Each one of us have an aim, an ambition, a dream. Derek will always say, when you start, ask yourself, why am I starting this? What is your biggest why? And that is what is going to keep you going. Because let's say you want to build a home, and that is why you entered this industry. Your whole ideology for entering this industry is, I want to secure myself a home. Now, whenever you remember that, you get up and you keep yourself going because you have a goal, you have a target to meet. And so that big why is what will keep you going. and I had my why. My biggest why was quitting my 9 to 5, not answering to any boss, not waking up in the morning, trying to hurry up and go and take my shower and then get into some cab and all that stress. I didn't want it anymore because whenever I get to my 9 to 5 job, it was like I was suffocating. I knew I was bigger, like I was bigger than being stuck in a 9 to 5. So even when the journey was, there were bumps in the road, I decided, look, it is better to overcome this obstacle than go back to my 9 to 5. And I plugged in, day out, morning, evening, afternoon, midnight. I was not sleeping. I was making sure I get it. If somebody has been able to do it, I can equally do it. Because all these people are making these crazy amounts of money, don't have two heads, they don't have three, they have one, just like you and I. So when I remembered that, and I remembered they did it and they started just like me, why not plug in and also get whatever it is they are learning? So yeah, my journey started with Wealth Makers. Everything I was given to study, I made sure I applied it, like I shared the other time. I applied it. I was always on morning motivation to get my day started, live trading sessions, and all of that. I plugged in and I got it done. And I ended up creating my own strategy that is making me kill it day in and day out. And I know all of you, each person on this call will share a testimony sooner than later on this very same platform. I know it because you are at the right place. Trust me. You are at the right place. Yes. So I am no more a 9 to 5 person. I'm a full-time day trader because nobody can buy my time as it stands. I shared it the other time. My time is expensive because no job in Ghana or anywhere in the world is going to pay me $1,000 a day. I don't know. So I'm making that at the comfort of my home in my bed with no trouble from any boss whatsoever. I make my money. I focus on other projects I'm trying to work on, and that is it. Recently, I had a cousin who said she needed money for something. And I was like, you know what? Get MT5, get a broker, buy gold now, make your money. I'm not going to give you my money. I'll tell you to buy gold and make the money. So once you have the strategy, it just opens you up to a whole new world because trading your energy for money becomes a thing of the past. Now you trade your money for money. Imagine making $1,000 in a span of 10 minutes because I'm a scalper, so I'm in and out of the market as soon as possible. I'm just in and out within 5-10 minutes. I'm out of the market. Imagine making $1,000, $1,000+ in 5 minutes, in 10 minutes, and somebody is at a 9 to 5 working daily just to get that amount of money or even less at the end of the month. You cannot tell me this is not, you can't tell me this is a wrong idea to start trading at all. That is, if you know what you want, trading is the future as it stands. Please, you need to plug yourself in Wealth Makers resources and get it done. There's no time to waste. You don't have to procrastinate. Start now and you will thank me later. That is all I have to say tonight.
Wow.
Thank you, Derek.
He said, "Get it done." That
Get it done.
yeah, get it done. I mean, that's the word. If there was a term that this training would be titled, it would be titled "Get It Done." So, thank you so much. We're gonna have you back in a couple of minutes, share some more things. I'm gonna go through the charts. I made I think in the comments, Toyin said we predicted 3 weeks ago that gold will drop, and yeah, we marked out some zones. I'm going to show you guys what I marked out, and how it all played out in the markets, and it's exactly a strategy that we all follow, which is price action and market structure. So yeah, we'll have you back on in a minute, sis. Thank you so much.
Sure.
We're going to go into a little bit of the onboarding now. So now, guys, I'm going to show you guys quickly. And guys, you put some 777s again for Belinda and for Ian. And there's so many other testimonials this week. People that have been winning. My good friend Abdul withdrew 10,000. I think I put it in the chat. I did put it in the chat last week on Thursday. No, on Friday morning. We spoke on the phone in the afternoon, and he withdrew £10,000 on Friday. Incredible stories. There are people that are just winning, and it's more than just the money that's made. It's about the fact that these people, they all started off just like you, okay, with no experience, and they started off with a plan. And that's now what I'm going to go through now. I'm going to go through how you can successfully launch yourself into the system and understand everything that we have within the community. Okay, so let's get into it. Let me just share slides. Just 1 second here. Let me see. Let's get rid of this PowerPoint. Fantastic. Okay, perfect. You should be able to see my screen in a moment. Perfect. So we're going to go through very quickly, what this whole system is all about and how to get yourself successfully launched and to understand all of the things that are very important to understand. Because on this journey, guys, once you get the basics right, you will have way more clarity. Okay, you have much more clarity once you get the basics right. So first and foremost, we're going to go through what is your why. This is very, very important to understand. We're going right to the basics, okay? We're going right to the basics, okay? This is very, very, very important. We're going right to the basics because we want you guys to understand before you even start trading, before you even press buy or press sell, before you even create your PE Prime live account, you should already know why you're doing what you're doing, okay? We need to go back to basics, and one of the reasons why am I still here after 10 years? Of course, the results, the money I've made, the lifestyle, of course, people do not doubt that Derek and Katrina or any other leaders of our level are making money. I mean, I've been doing this full time for 8-9 years. I mean, what am I doing? Surviving on air? Of course, we've won at a high level, but at the very beginning, I wasn't winning at a high level. At the very beginning, when I first started, I was working full time and I was trying to make things work. And I didn't have a 6-figure lifestyle. I didn't even know what 6 figures was back then. So what was the reason why I started? Well, I had a mother to look after. I had various other things I wanted to get done. But it's not about me, right? I want to ask you, what are the motivations? Because if you don't have a reason why you're doing this, in 90 days, you will quit. Okay, in 90 days, you will fold and you will go back to the life you had before. And that's just the reality. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. I'm here to give you guys the honest truth. And I'm here to give you the reality of what will happen if you don't follow the steps. You have to know, if you don't know why you're doing it, you have to create a reason. What is it? Is it your family? Obviously it's money. But here's what I've realized. If money was the real reason why people worked hard, then the world wouldn't be there wouldn't be only 5% of people in the world that are really making a lot of money. Because 95% of the world are not even financially independent. As a matter of fact, in the UK right now, 85% of people in the UK do not have £1,000 in their bank account right now. And I'm not saying that to be controversial. I'm saying that because that's the reality. If money was really the why you're doing it, people wouldn't be financially challenged, for lack of a better word, right? They wouldn't be in a situation where they can't afford certain things, because if money's out there, no one can ever tell me there's a lack of opportunity, okay? And so I'm not going to turn this into a motivational seminar because I leave that for tomorrow morning. But the point is, why are you doing what you're doing, okay? There has to be 5 clear reasons, and put money aside for a moment because it might sound a bit interesting, but that's not enough. To have a money goal isn't enough. You have to have more in-depth emotional goals, because you might feel like 100K a month or 10K a month to you means a lot to you. It means a lot to you. The idea of making 10K a month is a lot to you, but a lot of you still feel like that goal is so far away because you haven't accomplished it yet, or you may not know anyone who's done it yet. And so you might say, oh, I want to be a millionaire so bad, but you have no emotional attachment to that million. And so the way that we can get emotionally attached to you becoming a millionaire or you becoming a six-figure income earner, because by the way, 10K a month is the new 1,000 a month. Okay? There are 7, 8-year-old kids making 10K a month on YouTube. 10K a month is the base of really what all of you on this call should be aiming to earn this year. Everyone put 10K in the chat. 10K a month is the new language. I don't want to hear anything less than 10K a month. All of you have the potential. You're all incredible, good-looking people. You all are doing incredibly well in life. You all have 2 ears. You don't have four feet, like my wife would say. You have 2 feet, which means you can walk straight, right? You all have the potential. Nobody in this chat, in our community, there's 10K a month or nothing. That's what you should be thinking about, right? But if your goal is past 10K a month, let's talk about why are people saying, I want to make 10K a month. They've been saying this for 10 years and they haven't done it because they haven't emotionally attached other things to that 10K. Because you can't just hang on to a money goal without knowing how and why you're going to get there. Okay? So is it your family? So write down right now 5 reasons, even if you've done it before. For the sake of this conversation, write down 5 reasons why you're doing this. Write down 5 solid reasons. Be as specific as possible. And don't make one of the goals a money goal. Put your money goal at the top, like how much you want to make. But below that money goal, what are the 5 motivating factors that's going to help you accomplish it? Is it your children? Okay, that's a very easy one. If you've got kids, I mean, if you're not motivated by your children, then you have to be. My son motivates the heck out of me, right? That's why I've done 20 calls in the past 48 hours, because I'm an absolute monster and I'm a machine, and I refuse for anything less than my wife and my son to be abundantly happy and wealthy. I will die for them. I will do everything for them. And you should have the same motivation too. Why haven't you done 20 calls in the past 48 hours? You're not hungry enough. I'm hungry. So, if someone's winning at a high level in trading or, something, there is a reason why. Okay? And so write down your 5 reasons. Please write it down. Specific reasons. Family, friend, is it you want to set up a charity? Something emotional that's going to make you move to the goal that you want. Okay? Perfect. Now we're going to move on to the trading aspect. Now, there's 10 steps. And again, for the sake of time, we're going to go through them quite quickly, okay? We'll have a more in-depth call like this soon, right? But basically, the first step you want to go through, right, is you want to download, of course, MetaTrader 5, Telegram, the PE Prime app, and Coinbase. Now, I know a lot of you have already done this, but for those who are brand new or you're looking to help someone else get started, please make sure they have these apps downloaded, okay? Then second thing is you create a demo and a live trading account and you connect it to MT5. Very, very simple stuff. You fund your live account, okay? Make sure your account is funded. Minimum deposit to get started with ProTrader right now is $300. But here's my recommendation. My recommendation is get your deposit as close to £1,000 as possible, okay? At least 500 to 1,000. It should be it's 300 the minimum, but 500 is for me. When I was starting out, I started at 500 and I grew that multiple times. But I would say try and get that to 500 minimum, but try and get it as close to $1,000 as possible, because we're doing something called 1,000 to 10,000 in 90 days. And I'm going to be touching on it a little bit later on today. If you grow your account by 4% a day for 90 days, you're literally going to be at minimum £10,000 profit, right? So we're talking about compound interest, and the more that you start with, the more you can make. And again, you might say, Derek, I don't have £1,000. No problem. start with the minimum. But if you do have some savings, put that in there and learn how to compound that money, because £1,000 in your bank account is not going to make you no money. So if you're using good risk management and you're not gambling your money, you can protect that thousand. Like, guys, it's very hard to blow an account of £1,000. And if you are blowing an account of £1,000 and you have no, you're going too far. If you have a good risk management strategy, you will not blow £1,000. It's very hard to, right? So you can start with 1,000 and you can grow that, right, throughout the months, and you can be on 10K, even 20K if you're trading. And if a lot of time what you're doing, a lot of us, is we're entering trades and closing too early. And it now means you have to keep entering more trades, which means you have a higher probability of loss. If you focus on, as Synergy was saying, guys, runner trades, opening a trade and letting it run. Stop being, I understand, like you're anxious, but just, if you're in profit, let the thing run. If it goes to TP1, you take out 30% profit. Go to TP2, take out 30%, and TP3, you can take out another 10, 15, 20%, and then you let that thing run all the way up past where it needs to go, and you collect a whole bunch of cash. You want to know how Ian and Belinda are making what they're making? You want to know how Abdul withdrew 10,000 last week? You want to know how I am making multiple 5-figure withdrawals per week? You know why? Because when we're trading, we are letting our trades run. We're letting them run, and we're creating breathing room. And even Synergy was saying it. If you're in a runner trade, don't put your stop loss way past entry. Pull it just past your entry so you can let the trade have breathing room. Okay? But we'll go into that a little bit later. So create a live account, fund it. You know, again, 300 minimum, but I would say 500 to 1,000 is the sweet spot. If you can get 1,000 deposit, I'm telling you guys, it might sound like a lot of money, but you've made many £1,000 mistakes. There's probably dresses and bags and gadgets in your house right now that were more than £1,000 that don't make you no money, right? So just see it as an investment in yourself. See it as a powerful investment that you are going to get back, because I'm promising you, no one is doing it like wealth makers right now. I say that with absolute chest. I say that with confidence, and it is what it is. We are doing the Lord's work, and believe me, you're going to see as we keep moving forward, we're introducing some crazy things to the community. We're going to take over. So you put that 1,000 in with the right mentorship that we have, you will grow that money. You will make money, and you will make weekly withdrawals. We're also going to be introducing the culture of Friday withdrawals. So as you're making money, make yourself a nice withdrawal every Friday. And we're going to get into the culture of withdrawing on Fridays. It doesn't have to be everything. It could be a little small withdrawal, but pay yourself something, okay? Yes, you're compounding. Yes, you're growing your account, but still make a nice little withdrawal. It hits different when you spend your withdrawn Forex money. I'm telling you. Yeah, put a one in the chat for those traders that can agree, right? Doesn't it hit different when you're withdrawing your funds that you went into the market and you literally took some money, you robbed the banks, you took some money, left the market, took off the mask, and you went to spend that money. It's a great feeling, believe me, right? The food that you buy with that money will taste way better, right? So that's that. Number 3, navigate through the Pro Trader platform. I'm going to go through that very quickly in a moment. Number 4, access the Trade Journal and the live sessions. Now, Trade Journal is on the Pro Trader platform. Live sessions, we have one right now, Sundays, 8 p.m. with myself. We have some new educators coming on board who will be also teaching us on these calls. Belinda is now one of them. We have another gentleman who I'll be unveiling on Tuesday. So that's that. Live sessions Sunday, 8 p.m. Tuesday at 8 p.m. as well. And then we have Synergy on Sunday as well at 6. So Sunday we have 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. And then Tuesday, 8 p.m. and then we obviously have Monday motivation, and we'll be adding more calls as well throughout the course of the week. Okay. So then we have the system, learning how to copy and paste. Now I have various videos on this. I have my boot camp, and there are several bits of videos and resources on how to successfully copy and paste. My wife put a video into the traders chat, which you guys can actually see, that breaks down how to copy and paste from Synergy. Number 6, learn the various market order types. So market execution, limit orders, and stop orders. These videos are available on the Pro Trader platform. There are also going to be various videos that we create as well about this, but this is all on the Academy. Risk management, compounding, I'll be talking about that later. Number 8, building a trading community. Of course, if you want to go ahead and share it with people, there is an opportunity for you to do that as well and build your own community within our team and help people to get access to the information. Okay. So yeah, team calls every week, and yeah, recommended books, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and Trading in the Zone. All right. So let me know if that is all good to go. We're going to get started with going through the platform. I'm now going to show you quickly the Pro Trader platform. I'm going to show you guys what's going on. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, so Pro Trader. So this is the home page. When you log in, you'll be welcomed with the house rules, quick start guide, company news. Okay, so it's just like some basic stuff, just a welcome to the system, talking about what we actually have in the community, etc. Right, so pretty basic stuff, just a welcome for you just to feel that welcoming energy, so to speak. Right, then we have the Pro Academy. This is where the videos are. So you want to find out about limit orders and just basic stuff. I mean, like price action, identifying trading options, core trading foundations, risk management. Very, very important, guys, to go through all of these videos. As you can see, someone like me who's been trading for 10 plus years, as you can see, me, myself, look, this is my account, look, Derek Alexander. I've completed all these videos myself. Because I'm not going to tell you guys to do something that I haven't done. And even though I know all this stuff, I'm still going through it just to make sure that you know that I'm locked in and I'm doing exactly what I'm telling you guys to do, right? These videos are amazing. I still learned some extra things from these videos and they're pretty dope. Now, you also have the trading ebooks, right? Which would give you some more game on that. And then you have the Synergy Mastery course. Now, this course is absolutely phenomenal, okay? There's 7 modules. Now, on the Synergy call today, he was saying to the guys, look, I have got a lot of questions that were being asked are questions that are in this course. Now, I know some of you have told me, Derek, I've watched the course once. You know, you're not going to read a book one time and get all the information, right? It does take time. You don't go on a date with someone the first day you go on a date with them. I love you. I want to marry you for the rest of my life. You have to get to know that person even more. And it's like anything, right? You have to get to know that system or that person or that whatever before you can really understand it, right? And that's why I would say go through this course as many times as you need to master the system. Don't go through it once and say, Derek, I've learned it. No, you haven't learned it. I've gone through this Synergy Mastery course about 8 times already. And that's why I'm making what I'm making from his trade. That's why I'm layering and we're doing 4-5 figure days, not because I'm better than you, just because I am hungry and I'm learning the system. Bearing in mind, when I came into embracing the Pro Trader system, I had to get used to trading with Synergy myself. I don't know Synergy from 9-10 years ago. So I had to learn it just like you have to learn it, right? So I want you guys to really focus on going through this course. And I know a lot of you haven't been through it. And even if you have, you just glossed through it and you try to get, it's like you're watching it, but you're not really taking it in. And if you're not taking it in, you're doing yourself a massive disservice, guys. So please go through this Synergy Mastery course. Go through them multiple times until you get it. Because everything that he spoke about today is in this course already. Okay, guys, I promise you, it is all here. We've made it very simple for all of you to understand it, and I'm telling you, I've gone through this course. Trust me, it's good. It's very good. Like, I can vouch for it 100%. Then we have the MT5 tutorials, getting started video, and also setting break even and taking partials. Now, this is a very key video. Both of them are very key, but this one is very important because a lot of people have been asking me about taking partial profits. When Synergy says to you, if you're at TP1, you take out 25 to 30%. You're at TP2, you take out another 25 to 30%. That's called partial profits. So if you're in a 0.03 trade, you can actually close 0.01 out of your 0.03, and now you've got 0.02 left that is still running. And if you get to TP2, you can take out another 0.01, and now you're left with 0.01. And that's how you take out partials. This video will explain how it all works. Then we have the pro ideas. Now, to go onto these ideas, right, or onto this system here, this tab explains how to get access, okay? But very, very important, guys. You want to find out where the recordings are. The Synergy recordings are here. Go on to Pro Ideas, go into Synergy Trade Ideas, and go down, and you can see he has this very, very powerful Synergy beginner training, and Synergy advanced training video. Both of these videos are available for you on top of the Synergy Mastery course. So you've got another 2 videos here. He goes through the entire system, and then to make it even better, he has all the rules on how to enter and exit the trades. So go through this in your own time. Don't worry if you don't get everything. That's why repetition is the mother of all learning, okay? Then we have the Pulse X ideas. Now, I do love Pulse. I think Pulse is also a phenomenal trader. I recommend to take Pulse's trades. He has a very good risk to reward ratio. We're talking about 20 pip stop loss and 100 pip take profit, and he hits. Now, of course, with Pulse, it's scalping, it's price action, whereas Synergy trades off institutional order flow. That's why sometimes when you see the market going up, the market's going down, and you're saying, why is Synergy still calling buys? It's not because he's just spamming the Telegram. It's because he sees a structure based upon the institutional levels that the banks are creating, right? Shout out to Toyin. Toyin gave me a very nice compliment earlier. Now, the reason why she gave me that compliment is because I predicted exactly what happened here. If you remember, I'll see if I can find it on one of my previous calls. I predicted that the market was going to go down to this level. Okay, and I'll explain to you something called market structure that we always talk about. See if I can find the video so I can show you guys. I think this was it. Right, here we go. Yeah, there he goes. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I said. So this is not AI, okay? 5037. Let me go into it. It's not AI, guys. All right, so look at this, guys. So listen to this. The market, look where the market was. And this is what prediction that I made. Very fascinating. Look at this. This is really good. The market was, at this point, this is what, 2 weeks ago? 11 days ago, the market was at 5125. And I drew some lines, right? And look where the market is today. This is where I drew the line, and this box is where I drew it. And I said, if the market drops, if the market disrespects this zone right here, it's going to tank all the way down here, and it might even tank to this black line. This black line will be the lowest point, and once it hits the black line, it will come back up, okay? Imagine that. Imagine I mean, I'm not taking movement here. There's nothing. That couple of candles here, right? This in one, but it's a place where if you look at it properly, if you spend time, like listen to what I'm saying now, you will get this. Put a one in the chat if this makes sense. All the way down to 4411 because there's no support, no resistance, nothing going on. This is a very vulnerable area in the market right here. This is almost like, you know, like right? So that was my prediction. My prediction was that the market was going to go to 4411, and the market did drop to 4411. Okay, and I believe it will. I believe it will keep. I believe it. It might retrace. It might come back down to 4170, and it will probably come back up again to the 5,000s. Okay. It might come up to the 5,000s again. Okay. So the reason why I said all that was because with Pulse, he has a similar strategy. We trade off price action. We trade off analysis that we've seen, patterns that are repeating in the markets. Okay, so Pulse is also someone that again has an incredible strategy, different, a little bit different from Synergy, but again, he's made me a lot of money. Like he's made me a bunch of money. So you know, Pulse, big up yourself. Then we have Nova as well. Not as many trades are placed. I don't really focus as much on Nova because it's not as regular, and I like to trade with a system where there's regular orders being placed. So then we have live sessions. So we have Pulse X every Wednesday at 8 p.m. And then we have Synergy. Sorry, that should be 7 p.m. Okay, 7 p.m. And then Synergy live at 6 p.m. every Sunday. And this is the gold right here. We have the recorded sessions are on the way. So we will be adding all of our recorded sessions to this tab. Scanners are on the way. We do have some AI. I know you guys have been shouting for AI and automation. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag yet. But we do have some interesting automated systems that we'll be looking at shortly. Okay. The Pro Journal is a journal that is available to everybody. It's free. It's totally available to all of you. We do have the Pro Journal because we do want all of you to monitor your trade and monitor your behavior when it comes to trading in the markets. Okay, so I would really recommend to go through this journal, set it up. When you click on this button here, there will be a couple of videos you can go through to set up the journal, so you will be able to access that. Okay. Then we have obviously copy, that's for like the social trading side. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so that's pretty much the Pro Trader platform and really what we have to offer there. So hopefully that makes sense. Guys, let me know in the chat box, did that make sense? Is that more clear for you as to what the Pro Trader platform has to offer? Let me know if that makes more sense. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much everything, guys, right? So we're going to touch on now a little bit of compounding, and you know, there's a couple of terms that you may have heard in the trading market and it may not have made full sense to you, and again, some of you are brand new and it may not even click right now, but that's why of course this call is being recorded. Okay, so you have buy stop, you have sell limit, you have sell stop, and you have buy limit. So these orders are placed, or these orders are called out, especially by Pulse. He calls out a lot of limit orders because he's basically saying when the market hits a certain price, that's when you can get in. But when you place the order initially, the actual order isn't active and you're waiting for the price to trigger before the trade opens. So I'm going to give you a very simple example for buy stop. So you place an order right here. It's a pending order. So you say, okay, currently the market is at 5,000 and I want the market to hit 5,100 before the trade is triggered or before the trade is opened. Does that make sense? So let's say, for example, this black line is where I've placed my pending order, but I'm saying when the market gets to this point here, where the arrow is when I am going to officially have that trade opened. Because I don't really believe right now that the market is ready for me to enter into it. So I'm going to set a pending order. Does that make sense? So I set a pending order, and that now means that we're in a situation where we're waiting for the market to do what it needs to do. Okay? Then we have the sell stop, which is the complete opposite. We have sell limit and buy limit. A sell limit is where the market is going up and we're looking for a reversal. So we're saying, okay, the market is going up, but we're saying if the market hits this certain price right here, we believe the market is going to reverse downwards, and that's where a sell limit order is actually placed, or also a buy limit, which is the complete opposite. Okay, but I hope that makes sense. I'm not going to go too deep into this because you'll get this as time goes on. Then we have the whole idea of a stop loss and take profit. So this is your entry price right here, and this is your take profit. The region of take profit is in the green, and the region of your stop loss is in the red. So as we can see, if we've entered here, we want the market to keep going up so we can make our profit. If the market doesn't go up continually and it comes back down, we lose and it closes out in a loss. No problem. It's not the end of the world. We can go back in again in the future. Here is also a very important thing to note, and I have put this on the group chat, but I do also want to talk about it on this call, because we have to have the mindset of risk management, especially when trading gold. You can really have days of incredible wins, but if you're over leveraging and if you're using a lot size that you shouldn't be using, then that's one of the biggest indications why you blow your account or why you lose a bunch of money. The only way you can blow your account is by over leveraging. You can lose more trades than you win in a week and still be in profit, because you could have lost 10 trades and won 7, but because 7 of them were runners, you made way more than your losses. So it's not about winning more trades and losing. There's weeks where I've lost more, but I've made thousands and thousands of pounds in profit because I've had less trades that have been wins, but the ones that were wins ran me 200, 300, 400 pips. Okay? And the reason why I can hold a trade that long without constantly looking at my phone is because my lot size isn't too dangerous, where if it goes back 50, 60, 70 pips, I'm losing half of my account. Okay? So here is the risk management parameters to follow. Again, if you have an account of 100 to 300 pounds, really 0.01 to 0.03 lot size per trade. Again, you can play around with it. I'm not saying it has to be this number. You can go in a little bit higher if you're having a good day, if the market's going in your favor, and if you're trading where the market is just rising up and it's smashing through all these barriers, and you know where you think it's going to go, you can put in maybe a higher lot size, but it's at your own discretion. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying it's up to you. But this is the rough lot sizes that you should be using to keep your account safe. The goal of trading, guys, is to preserve your capital for as long as possible so it can continue to grow. Okay, so if you have between 400 to 600 pounds in your account, 0.02 to 0.05 lot size, maximum 3 trades at a time. Okay, so when you're layering your trades with Synergy and he's saying layer them, you don't have to layer all 5 10 pip intervals. You can layer 3 trades at a time. Again, if you have a bigger account, you can layer. I layer 7, 8 trades at a time, but my account size is different to maybe as it used to be when I didn't have this account balance. But it's all down to your own discretion. But I do say, just don't change your lot size. Keep a similar lot size throughout your trading journey, and as your account grows, then you adjust your your lot size. So 700 to £1,000 account, 0.05 to 0.10, 1,500 to 4,000. Now we're getting into the big boy numbers. 0.10 to 0.5. I mean 0.50. You could make a grand. Listen, I've made a grand in 10 seconds. Like, I'm being serious. Like, I've literally entered into a trade 0.50 and made £1,000 in 10 seconds. It is unbelievable with those lot sizes what you can do with gold, but you have to know what you're doing. Okay, like we've had days where we've made 7-8 grand in 5 minutes because a 0.50 lot size is a lethal lot size. That's a big boy level, and you can change your life with the right opportunity. But you have to have the right account balance to be able to even trade that type of lot size. Okay, 4,000 to 10,000 pound account. Now we're going to the high levels, 0.50 to 1.00, which is a standard lot size, which is a lot of money. £10 a pip. I mean, you're talking about, you can make with a 1.00, you can literally make 10,000 in 10 minutes. I'm serious. With the right trading opportunity. If you trade, a news release and it goes in your favor, you're making 5 figures before you even get out of bed. Okay, that's how powerful the markets are, and that's why trading is the best skill in the world, because there's no other skill in the world that you can do where you can earn this type of money with minimal effort. Really, you don't have to physically exert any strength. You don't have to lift no weights. You don't have to run a mile or run a 5K like Gunner in London. You don't have to do any of that. You can simply just sit down and put your thinking cap on, play some nice jazz music, put on some comfortable clothing, and make a couple grand in a couple of minutes. Okay? So really make sure that you obey these lot sizes. Yes, you layer, enter multiple times, but monitor your orders. Don't just set the trade and walk away. Monitor it. Remember, you need about 10-15 minutes to manage your trade when you enter them. Don't just leave it, because gold doesn't respect anybody's account. Gold will do what it needs to do, so you have to be able to act accordingly as you're trading. All right, so perfect. Let's get back into, as we're about to close off this call, we spoke about the gold analysis. And I'm going to go into very quickly a couple of things here that I think will happen this week. Now, with gold, again, we're looking at it from, this is the 4-hour chart that I'm looking at, okay? But we can go to the 1 hour and let's look at what's going on. Now, one of the things about gold is it respects a lot of these zones. So if we zoom out, actually we'll go back to the 4 hour. And, you look at this over the long term, right? Now, what do we see here? We spoke about this 2 weeks ago. And we said, okay, cool. This is the all-time high. This is where gold currently is now. I said to you guys before, this zone right here is a very dangerous zone. This zone right here is a very interesting zone where anything can happen. Why? Because there isn't really much history of movement in this zone, right? If we look back at gold, it hasn't really been in this zone ever before. So this area that we're looking at it's only really been a few bits of movement in this whole entire rectangular box that I've just drawn out. Which means that gold is not going to hang around here very long. It has no business being here. It's either going to drop down to the level of 3196, where there has been a little bit of movement around here, but even still, if it drops below this, it is going to tank all the way down to the 3,000s. I don't believe that will happen, but I'm saying if it does, gold has no business being anywhere here. There's nothing here to look at. Absolutely nothing to look at, okay? So this is according to the 4-hour chart, by the way. So I think gold, as we can see, this beautiful level of support right here, which has been formed, where we can see there is a there is a touch right here. There is a touch right here. So this is a zone where there's been a little bit of movement. You know, 1 touch, 2 touch, and then 3 touch, right? So this has been a little bit of, so the market was trending up. It came back down, broke the structure, came back up, came back down. It respected the structure, bounced, shot all the way up to all-time high, came back down, respected the same line again, came back up, bouncing around, bouncing around, bouncing around. Now, as we can see, the market has now gone down again, but this time it's penetrated through this zone, which does mean something. So gold is playing around here. I mean, gold can either do one or two things. It's either going to come back down and respect 4267 or the 4168. And if it does touch these zones, if it goes past where this candle was closed, it will tank down. But I don't think that will happen. I don't think it will go past this wick. If it touches down here, it's going to then hit around this zone right here, and it's going to bounce back up past all of this noise, and it will touch and respect the 4850 zone. And then from then on, I don't know what's going to happen after that. We'll see where things are at next week. But it may not go down. It may shoot up. And if it shoots up, it will, again, come into respect the 5130. If it bounces up here, it will come back down here, and it will go up here. So let's see what's going to happen. We have some very interesting movements to look at. There's been some news. So we're going to be looking at Forex Factory. Let's look at Forex Factory before we close off. Forex Factory. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay. So yeah, nothing really on. I mean, Mr. Powers speaking at 3:30 p.m. That is a potential move to see what will happen. It's not really major, but it is still a red folder, so it will move the market quite a bit. But let's see what happens there. We've got the good old NFP this Friday, which is nice to know. So yeah, we have some USD news, core retail sales, ADP non-farm employment change. April is upon us. Wow. Unemployment claims. And the good old non-farm payroll. Friday, April the 3rd. Do not forget, every first Friday of the month, NFP is one of the biggest movers of the market. It is the most anticipated news release every month. This made me 230 pips last month. Let's see what happens this month. The market made me very happy. But again, NFP is one of them things that if you don't know really like the market, how it can move, it can make you a millionaire overnight, or it could make you a hundredaire overnight. So, you know, definitely be careful when the news is coming out, because the market will do incredible spikes in either direction when the news comes out. So that's pretty much that, guys. Finally, we're gonna go into the compound. Okay, We spoke about the 1,000 to 10,000 plan. Now this is 4% per day for 3 months. If you compound an account of £1,000, 4% growth every single day for 3 months, you will be on £13,000. Now this is, I still say 1 to 10k. Just that 3k is play money, but let's just say 1 to 10k in 3 months. Minimum 10k. I mean, you can make even more than 13,000, but this is how it looks. Okay, this is the plan. You're making 40 to 50 pounds a day for the first month, and you're making 70 to 100 a day for the second month. Then you're making 200 to 300 pounds for the third month, and then the third month you're making between 250 to 400, and eventually you're going to 500 pounds on your last day, and you'll be at 13 grand. Now it may sound very easy, but this requires discipline and knowing when your target has been hit. Okay, so this is a plan that we're implementing in. If you do want this link, go to the Daily Compound Calculator and you can download your own copy. You can type in what you're starting with now. It doesn't have to be 1,000. Whatever you are starting with, you can put that in and you can actually start to formulate your own plan for compounding your trading account. That's pretty much it for today, guys. Thank you for your time. I appreciate every single one of you. Do not forget tomorrow morning, Monday morning motivation at 10 a.m. UK time. I'll be talking about the power of events. As we have this event April 18th. Do not forget, in London we have a masterclass event. It's going to be a phenomenal event. I'm going to be touching on event experiences. I'm going to also be touching on, I had a sit down of one of my mentors last week, and he's worth 100 million, just to let you know. And he gave me some very, very good gems that I've got right here. 100 million pounds worth of information he gave me. So I'll be touching on that tomorrow as well. And then on Tuesday, we have the trading call, our trading mastery call. Remember, this call is more of an onboarding call, whereas Tuesday is more of a training for trading and more solid information when it comes to Forex. I have a special guest who will be on the call with me, who is a 7-figure trader, who is actually, going to be sharing some great things. He is part of Wealth Makers. He's joined Wealth Makers. He's going to be giving us some great value. So he will be dropping some gems on Tuesday. And yeah, all roads lead to London, April 18th. And then we're going to be doing Birmingham, May 2nd. So really excited for every single one of you. God bless you. Thank you for your time and have a tremendous, tremendous evening.